a very tense moment. When the light goes on, the race is good. Light up.
We kick things off in this Group 5 scorcher where Mark Maloney had an unfair advantage as he just obliterated the field with his super fast Radical that just has too much horsepower for the others. But to their credit, they tried. However, the battle really was for second as Khalil Muhammad went past Gregory John, who pitted early, leaving Muhammad to try his best to stay in touch with Maloney, who was racing by himself literally. J.B. James moved up in his black Mitsubishi Evo, challenging Muhammad, but he just couldn't catch him, just as Muhammad had no chance of catching Maloney. And there he is, with the checkered flag, winning with relative ease to set the tone for the day. In the Group 2 12-lapper, a big bunch screamed past the starting line full of intent and purpose as the drivers jockeyed for position ahead of the sharp right-hander at the eastern end of the 1.4-kilometer track. The pair of front-runners were Justin Sanguinet and Mark Gill, both with Honda Civics, eyeballing each other all the way from the workshops to the top end of the track, neither man giving an inch even as the chasing pack closed in. But when the dust cleared, it was Gill in car number 8 who stole this one ahead of Sanguinet and Issa Dean who fell third. But it was Mark Thompson who had the fastest lap, a stunning 43.654 seconds on lap number 10. Lovers of motorbikes were also in luck as these fearless warriors took to the slick course with gusto and never flinched, each man holding his racing lane to telling effect. Those on wet tires handled the conditions so much better and as a result made positive strides when needed, especially in the long straightaway. But there was no stopping Matt Trulove of bike number 44, who got his nose in front and was never to be caught, despite Cale Abraham trying his darndest, with Warren Dino Briga also in the third podium spot.
Good start here.
The Group 2s and 3s had a battle royale in this one, as drivers tried to make the podium spots for championship points. And immediately the race heated up with Ronald Worthman in his orange Civic doing battle with David Lyons in his Suzuki Swift Turbo. Something had to give. They would both drive aggressively throughout the race, and Lyons tried his hardest to get by, but Worthman wasn't having any of it as the laps rolled by quickly. That meant that for Lyons to win, he needed to time his pass at precisely the right time, and the later the better. But for some time he tried but failed to get by as Worthman wasn't letting him through, so he had to keep trying and choosing the right spot to do so successfully. But at the far turn on the top end, Lyons felt his luck had changed as they were running neck and neck on the straightaway. But still he couldn't get the pass and quickly changed to the outside to try his luck there as well. He finally did it, coming out of the eastern turn, and that was the race as he would go on to win it impressively despite having to inhale smoke for quite a while. In a Group 1 event, it turned out to be the battle of the alleys, or better yet, it was father against son, and something had to give here, with the loser washing dishes for the month, I would imagine. Initially, Aslam Ali, in his white and black Civic, used his experience to get the jump on his son, Akib Ali, and his yellow and blue Civic, hoping to stay out front the whole trip. But eventually youth would prevail, and Akib went to the front and the race changed with Aslim the aggressor trying to get by. This was the team the rest of the way in the 12-lapper as Aslim tried every trick in the book, darting on the inside to attempt a pass, but would quickly switch lanes and attack the outside lane, hoping to catch Akib sleeping. But the son learned from the father and had that covered as he withstood all the attacks his father threw at him and completed a solid victory with a 48.396 second 6 lap, his fastest for the trip. And in the race fans came to see, the speed merchants in their super fast radicals, they didn't disappoint as they brought an electricity to proceedings every time they took to the track. Once again, the experienced Bajan Marc Maloney would jump to front and try to control the race from there. But local boy Izzadeen, still only a teenager, has no fear, and he took on the Bajan challenge as the other Maloney, Stuart Maloney, chasing him with Suleiman Yusuf also in the frame. Choosing to attack out of the turns, Dean tried it once more and rode the gears on the straightaway, hoping to pass with superior speed. It worked this time as he made it by at the bottom turn, and from there he was working the gears as he opened up some daylight between him and the other rather quickly. And he would hold them off to win impressively for a fantastic victory for a man racing this category for the very first time at this meet. Another fan favorite was GP4 event over 3 laps, where the rolling start is always a feature and fans get to hear the engines bawling as drivers apply the gas. This one came and went very quickly, as the ones in front were always likely to win. And as expected, Mark Vieira did the trick, ahead of Franklin Boudram and Christian Bourne, who had to settle for third to cap a fine 2 days of exciting racing at Wallerfield. Ruskin Mark, C Sports Extra.